Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be a notion that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
Hi guys, I'm Crystal. I'm part of the board with Helping Hands for Cruising. Most of you guys know me as Destinations Delight, but what I want to tell you right now is Helping Hands for Cruising meant so much to me on this trip. I got to watch our first recipient, that's right, our first recipient enjoy his very first of many things to come through Aruba, Amber Cove, Bon Air, La Romana. To top it all off, the joy and the pleasures of getting to find and see this young man on board, get to see the ocean, get to see the waters, get to see animals, and most importantly, the smiles that brought to everybody's faces. If you're not part of Helping Hands for Cruising, I highly suggest you seek them out. Find them on Facebook, find them on YouTube, and let them make everybody's dreams come true. Guys, go support Helping Hands for Cruising. Thanks for watching.
G'day folks, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. What an awesome day today. Tuesday, the 25th of February 2025. Currently at 23 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees, feeling like at 2000 hours, 8 p.m. on Tuesday evening down under. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here, guys, and girls, whichever. It's a real pleasure to have everybody on board. First in the chat, what do you know? It's young Mr. Joe. Joe, welcome aboard, buddy. Howdy. Let's get rowdy. Mate, how they hanging? And I know what you're going to say. So Joe has put in the helpinghandsforcruising.org website, which is great. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. But more importantly, Joe has gone ahead and put in the fundraising side. Fundraising, what are we fundraising for? Well, very simply, let me bring it up. And you'll get to see. First of all, folks, in the fundraiser, you'll notice that we've got, not only have we got popcorn on hand, well, let me remove Joe, then you folks can see. But not only have we got popcorn on hand, we've also got coffee. And for those of you that are in the US, those are easy access for you. Those of you that are in Oz, I'm sorry, folks, but you're going to have to wait a little bit. We're still waiting on some technicalities to happen before it happens. Now, we've got our board meeting coming up on Saturday, and so there will be some exciting updates happening once that board meeting has been done. Also, we've got the Down Under Cruisers. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here, guys. And of course, Helping Hands for Cruising responding, so that's great. Joe is saying g'day to Shaun and Shaun. Hang on, there's only one of us, not two of us. And I don't know who's representing the Down Under Cruisers tonight. Anyway, Joe is saying in answer to his question how they're hanging, his response was low and to the left as always, just kidding. He swears to God he's suffering the early stages of male menopause. Mate, how can that be? Be honest with me, how can that be? You're younger than me by at least 20 years. If anybody's suffering, it should be me. Now, when I last saw you, I think it was this morning on Jen.Cohen's chat, you were mentioning that you had a bit of a scary thing happen to you today or yesterday. Pray tell all. G'day, Amy. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Amy, I looked at that hotel. Seriously, I would chuck. I mean, oh my God. And you guys actually stayed there for one night? I would have gone, guys, give me my money back and let's go somewhere else. Actually, it reminds me of a hotel that Ilana and I stayed in Houston. We actually suffered it for 2 nights. But this was at the Ramada Inn in Houston. We'd just flown in the day after. I think it was the day after. Hurricane Ian had struck, and Florida was totally wiped out. And we stayed in this hotel. Well, you know what? The hotel was gross. It was. I mean, the hairdryer was actually burnt to the PowerPoint. That's how bad it was. Anyway, folks, for those of you that are across the pond, please look into getting some popcorn, look at getting some coffee. Whenever you purchase those items, folks, those items go to assisting people by putting them on board a cruise ship. So that's really where we're at right now. All right, let's bring me back because it's much nicer being big. There we go. Okay, so Amy's agreeing it was gross. Oh my God, it looked it. Joe is saying cold chills when the temperature was less than 20 degrees. He's so over the heat. Yep, I know the feeling, mate. Amy is saying they slept on top of the bed sheets. Man, you actually slept? I couldn't wait to get onto the freaking cruise, let me say. G'day, Nick. Welcome aboard, buddy. You can't believe it. Your friend, I can't believe it, my friend. I booked my trip to return to Germany back in July, and now there's only 58 days left. So excited to go and see her again. Mate, you should be excited. It's going to be a cruise, a holiday of a lifetime, a vacation of a lifetime. You never know what might transpire out of there. You might have a spaghetti ice together, and the next thing we find you're never going back to the US. I'm just kidding. Just be careful as you go along, mate. Amy is saying she's surprised she slept too. Luckily, she was very tired. Well, you know what? The two of you had some fun. That was part of the adventure, and it's all about the adventure. And it's all about the adventure. Joe is saying, Shaun, that was a car versus truck crash on Spitbridge. Oh my goodness, in Mossman. Old mate in the car was very lucky to have gotten out with only very minor injuries. The car was a 2000 Toyota MR2 Spider. Mate, you're not wrong. That is lucky. Who was at fault, the car or the truck? And I'd hazard a guess to say MR2 Spider, the guy, the car. Amy is saying they've got a good story to tell. Boy, do you have a good story to tell. And I'll tell you what, can't wait until we catch up for a cup of coffee so that we can get all the the nitty gritties. Nick is saying if he's learned anything through this, it's to be patient and to let things play out. Absence makes the heart grow fonder, and it takes time for the relationship to build and emotions to grow. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all, but it's easier developing a relationship when somebody's closer. Yes, Amy is going, wow. It is a scary thought. Joe won't speculate. He's going to let the cops do their work. Good on you, mate. I thought you would have got the news. You usually get the news on everything. Nick is saying he has his favourite candy from Australia, Tim Tams, and he also has his favourite candy from Ireland 2 years ago, being shipped to him so that he could bring the taste of his travels from around the world. Has she got anything from New Zealand for you? Joe is saying, Amy, he had to go find a photo of the car and he found one. He was shocked. The car was absolutely obliterated. I can understand that. They must have been going at a hell of a rate of knots for the car to be totally destroyed, especially if it's the 2000 Spider. Although cars of that age were not that well made, I guess. If they were older, I would have gone, yeah, it's perfect metal, and that's really hard to actually bend. Anyway, is what is. Nick is saying he doesn't know if she got anything from New Zealand. All he knows is what he got. He hasn't told her any of this because it's a surprise for when he gets to München Airport. Yeah, Munich is an interesting place. Okay, so a couple of things to bring up. First of all, as you folks may or may not be aware, the board has been moving along, getting quite a few things set up. First things first, we've got the two products up for sale in the Helping Hands for Cruising store. We're currently going through some final decision making, and that'll happen this weekend. Decision making on a new supplier for our merch for those of you across the pond, and that will happen. And actually, HH4C does stand to get an incredible benefit out of it. There is a new video up for the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise. Unfortunately, at this particular point in time, I can't load it into my program. And if I played it as a share screen, I'm not sure that you'd actually get the sound from it. So I really want you to get the sound because in the sound is the new band. However, I do have a very short promo for it. Let's have a look at it. I told you it was a short promo. And I wasn't quite ready for it. The new one is about a minute long, and it's got some awesome stuff in there, but I'm having difficulties uploading it. Anyway, we'll get it sorted. Okay, Nick was saying it was a really warm day there yesterday. They got all the way... They got all the way up to 11C. Spring might have sprung. 11C. Nick, if we got down to 11C, my voice would go up 3 octaves. I mean, that's freaking cold. Seriously. Joe is saying he'll be taking a week off the third week of March, and he's been told that there is a strong chance that they will be having a month of work from their maintenance shutdown this year. Well, that's cool. Now, wait a minute. If you get a shutdown from work, does that go into your annual leave time? Joe is saying that foreign journey sounds cool. You know what? It is cool. We've been listening to some of their promos, and I want to tell you, we are so looking forward to selling this cruise out. We've currently got about 160 cabins to sell, and because we've already sold almost 40 in the current setup, we did actually have when we had Echoes of Pompeii on board, we did have 60 cabins sold, but the good news is, you know what? The good news is just come and enjoy, because Foreigner and Journey music, seriously, we're just so looking forward to getting that kind of music playing, and time with the bands and time with friends and family, and it's just going to be an amazing opportunity. In fact, one of the things that's going to happen is we will have the inaugural F125 going on. So jump in, race away, see if you can beat me in the go-kart race time-wise, and if you can, well and good, because all the funds that we raise in the go-kart race will be provided to Helping Hands, so that we can get some more people actually on a cruise ship with us. The president of Helping Hands for Cruising has put in a goal. He wants to put 100,000 people on board a cruise ship. Oh my God, how do you do that? How do you do that? And he wants to do it within the next 5 years. So we've just got to get that. We've just got to get things happening. Joe is saying that it will be part of his annual leave, and he gets his loading. So on the one hand, that's good. On the other hand, it's not so good, because it means you got to work when everybody else is holidaying. Don't Stop Believing is Joe's favorite song. I've got a throat in my throat, so that's why my voice sounds funny. Joe is saying a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Yep, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears goes into doing all sorts of stuff. So really, you guys want to enjoy. You're going to have some fun. We're going to be doing so many things like pub crawl. Well, we're not calling it the pub crawl. There's going to be an opportunity to see other cabins. There's going to be a treasure hunt. A treasure hunt with a difference, an opportunity to go and see everything around the ship, learn more about the ship. So that's cool. Let me see. Stream Elements is in here. G'day, Stream Elements. Welcome aboard. Stream Elements is saying go and look at the Facebook page. Helping Hands for Cruising does have a Facebook page, as well as an Insta and I believe TikTok and I don't know, all these fantastic things. So anyway, it's all up and available. Anyway, let me get this on, because in December of 2026, well, I'm just going to let it speak for itself. Honey?
Yes, Shaun?
Have you ever thought what we would do differently for New Year's Eve?
I have actually. And what about, we've never done this before, spending New Year's Eve on a cruise?
On a cruise?
It would be so awesome. Can you imagine?
Where would we go?
I don't know, but you know what? We have one of the great natural wonders of the world, just up north from us.
What?
Beautiful
Queensland?
waters, the Great Barrier Reef.
The Great Barrier Reef?
Would that be amazing?
It would.
Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free. Down under's where I'll be. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Now the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Adventures wait around, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow.
Yep, what an exciting show that's going to be. That cruise is going to be absolutely awesome. Just Joe, a bit of heads up for you. The Ducks cruise is one of the year's big highlights for him. He cannot wait to be on the Carnival Luminosa at the end of 2026. Joe, let me say that there will be some people from all around the world going on this cruise. One person from Tulsa, Oklahoma that I know of will be on board that cruise. So yes, it is going to be an amazing cruise. Joe is saying that he'll be on there. He's so freaking excited, but who wouldn't be excited knowing that they are about to fulfill a bucket list item that has been on their list for some time? Well, a couple of things that on my bucket list. I've actually never been north of Brisbane, to be honest. So, and I would love to catch up with Airlie Beach and Cairns. The beauty of going into Cairns is that, okay, so we leave Brisbane, we go into Airlie Beach and spend a day there. Then overnight we travel to Cairns. Cairns, we spend a day in Cairns, but here's the big thing. We leave Cairns, and when we leave Cairns, it's New Year's Eve. So we will be partying on board the ship. We will be bringing in the new year, cruising on our way to Willis Island. So that's going to be absolutely exciting. Joe is saying that he has been to Caloundra. Does that count as being north of Brisbane? I guess it does. But I've never left Brisbane and gone up. I've been to Brisbane, the Gold Coast, pretty much a lot of stuff around there, but I've never had the privilege of getting north of there. So, yep, we wait and see what happens. There's also a couple of exciting things going on. If everything pans out the way we want it to pan out, it will be the first official Helping Hands for Cruising cruise down under. We're looking at getting that all sorted by then. You know what government bodies are like. It just takes time, energy, and effort. Anyway, so we're busy working hard at it. So, double flicker, triple flicker. Well, I think one of my lights is going to go out shortly. I might have to do something with that light. Why are you seriously? Gone down to 1. Well, we'll make a difference here. We'll just shut that out because flicker work doesn't work. And what we'll do is we'll make some changes. There we go. All fixed for temporary. Anyway, folks, g'day, Ross. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to see you. Joe is saying that same here. He's been to SeaWorld, but none of the other theme parks. Could have gone to Movie World while he was visiting friends at Coomera. Well, to be honest with you, I've been to 2 of the 3 parks, Movie World and SeaWorld. I've been to, but at the end of the day, you know what? It would be great having fun anyway, no matter where we go. Ross, you got to come on the Down Under Cruises group cruise, which is December 29th, 2026, heading out of Brisbane and going around the Great Barrier Reef. What I would suggest is bring Donna along. Unfortunately, Coco can't join us. Joe is saying that it is not a HH4C Ducks Live without technical difficulties. Yeah, of course. Everybody needs an outside interest. Joe is saying, hey, Ross, had to laugh at your joke in Jen's chat. Yeah, he's having a giggle. I saw that. I chose to say that's a dad joke. Joe, Movie World, so close to the Gold Coast, City Marina and Shipyard. Yep, I've actually been to, also on the Gold Coast, there's an area, it's a golf course area that was specifically put up for that, but it's got usually some of the big some of the big boats, private yachts are made out of there near where Riviera is, Riviera Boats, and it's awesome. No, it's not Top Golf, Joe. It's oh my God, it was designed by Greg Norman as one of the golf people, but it's actually it's become quite an elite suburb. And we were looking at, we went there and had a look at some of the boats there as well. I've seen that from time to time. In fact, my sister had a rental house out that way until one point they sold it. So yeah, it's exciting area. If you're coming on Down Under, you guys want to come on down because you get to see places like Australia Zoo. Yeah, Ross, I'm tired of seeing your nose all the way up there every time I talk about Chicago. So I thought I'd put my nose up for a change. Have you heard of a gentleman named Bill Barry Cotter? I don't think I have, Joe. I don't think I have, mate. So we're looking at that whole area there is fun. It's rather, well, it's rather humid up north, but the good news is that there's a lot of boating around there, and we've had the opportunity of going on a boat out behind the oh, okay, yep, I know of Bill Barry Cotter. In fact, I've actually had a look at, I was actually looking at buying a boat of theirs, but they do a lot of stuff that is typically Australian, and so all the PowerPoints are Australian, so us Aussies are happy about those. But Riviera has actually got quite a good name around the world. So that whole area is quite exquisite. Brisbane does hold the record, or does hold the history of having the not only the Olympics there, but the Commonwealth Games as well. So there's quite a lot to see around there. The Commonwealth Games, the 3 theme parks, the Australia Zoo, a whole lot of exciting stuff. And I reckon that if Disney had their way, they'd build something there as well. Having said that, it's fun. It's all good. And you get to see the dolphins and at SeaWorld. Interestingly enough, you can get a 3-day pass, and that pass allows you to get into each one of the theme parks. So that's awesome. But you folks from across the pond need to actually have an opportunity to come down, check out our fair country. Queensland is beautiful. I've never been to Northern Territory, so going into Darwin will be a thing if I can get to do that. I've been to Western Australia. That's awesome. I've been to New South Wales. That's awesome. I have not been to Tasmania. That's one place I do have to go. I've also been to South Australia, which is, I believe, Australia's only free settlers island. It was never a penal colony in South Australia. Joe is saying if he makes it up to Brisbane early enough, he could show everyone around a few places that he loves on South Bank. There's also, if you go to Brisbane, is it Gold Coast? I think, it's Brisbane. If you go into Brisbane, there's a beach on South Bank. So there we go. Joe is asking Ross how he is, and Ross says he said penal. Ross, please get your mind out of the gutter, or I will send you to Uranus. Ross, tired, insomnia kicked in this morning. Oh, yeah. I know that feeling, mate. You know what? I don't like insomnia. It makes me not sleep. Okay, that was a dad joke. Anyway, that beach is actually at South Bank. That's correct. It's South Bank of the river, Brisbane River. And the Brisbane River actually plays quite a role in Brisbane, because a lot of the city actually hugs the beach. So, or hugs the city hugs the river, actually. Joe is saying he knows the beach I'm talking about. There's not only the beach there, there's also a false beach. Now, I think that's actually on the Gold Coast, in the sort of like in the middle of the Gold Coast. There's an area there where they've got a fake beach around a swimming pool, and that does get a few people going and talking. It's quite fun. Been there, but the good news is can't wait for that cruise. That cruise is going to be awesome. Rock and Roll Tribute, we cannot wait for that one either. That's going to be in a very short space of time. We're looking at the Rock and Roll in exactly, let me take a guess, in exactly 276 days. 276 days, 19 hours and 26 minutes, but who's counting? I am. And in actual fact, we will be in early to check out everything. And see family and friends and so forth. Russ is saying, like he said before, he's a dyslexic, agnostic, insomniac, and he lies awake all night and wonders if there really is a dog. Well, I would say to you, Ross, I go one better. I'm not dyslexic. I am dyslexic. Okay, shut up, Shaun. Anyway. Let's take things a step further. On the Rock and Roll Who's Who, I think they're going to open up the music. We'll sail a couple of days, pop in at an island or two, then we'll catch up with Foreign Journey. And then I believe we're going to actually get to the private island that Norwegian has in, I was going to say Rotorua, but it's the wrong continent, in Honduras. And at that private island, we are going to get, hopefully, both bands playing, so it'll be great. We'll have a dueling bands. Joe is saying, Jesus, Ross, you're all kinds of screwed up, aren't you? And Ross is saying that Joe, demented and sad but social. So he's socially demented, very sad, and also, no, wait a minute, demented. Let me just get this right. Demented. Didn't he misspell that? D10 med. So, Ross, are you D10 med? Joe is saying, yeah, I could agree, but you've described me more than yourself. There we go. Thank you for that, Ross. Harvest Key in Belize is the private island. So what's in Honduras? I thought there was the private island there. Joe is saying after the live he will send me a link for a Guinness World Record that he was able to see broken back in 2021. Ross is going, no, but he takes D10 meds. Yeah, I thought you would. D10 meds is Roatan is a port. Roatan. That's in Honduras, isn't it? Okay. If it is a port, then yeah. Well, I know Roatan's a port, but I can't remember where we're going now. Roatan, Belize, and Grand Cayman. That's right. Jamaica, man. Yes, Honduras is Roatan. Okay, yeah. So we are going there. Anyway, we're going to Jamaica, man. I need me a BBD. They got really good rum there, BBD rum. I got to try it. Maybe it'll fix a couple of things. Shut up, Shaun. Seriously. Oh my goodness me. One day you're going to wake up. Get on with the show. Okay, all right. Grand Cayman is not Jamaica. What? Have I stuffed the... Well, I mean, I am an Aussie, so there you go. Joe is saying it can actually show you the very location on Little Stanley Street, South Bank, where said record was broken. I would like to see that. And what was the record? Was it the number of times you could... Yeah, okay, well, we'll forget about it. Anyway, folks, right now I'm just prattling on. I'm just saying to you that some good things are happening. We've got some applications out there for some oh, come on, Shaun, get the brain working. You're tired or something. Yeah, no, we're going to get we've got some applications in there for some sponsorship. We've also got our coffee and our popcorn. So, guys, please get involved in that. As well as that, we also want to get everybody involved. And if you can, we've got in April, I believe, we've got our cruiseathon coming up. So please get yourselves involved in that one. We need to raise as much money as we can, because the more money we raise, the more people we can get on board cruise ships. So please get yourself involved in any activity. And if you really want to get yourself involved assisting in the Helping Hands for Cruising side of things, I will ask you folks, please, all you got to do is just get in touch with us and we can steer you right. Okay, so Ross is saying Grand Cayman is very different, very limited poverty, very wealthy nation, and a zero unemployment rate. Okay. Joe is saying heaviest vehicle pushed over 100 feet, 30 meters, male. Previous record by Kevin Fast of Canada was 1108 tons. Troy Conley Magnuson broke this with a weight of 11.77 tons. And how quick did he get it across? What was that? What was this? What was the? Yeah, Joe. How quick did he get it across? Was it within the? Well, it was. It's not about. It's not about the speed, is it? It's about the weight. To get the thing over the 100. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's more about the weight. So there we go. That's exciting stuff. I'm wondering whether this guy, I mean, the Canadian, I could understand. The economy is so stuffed there that he'd look at anywhere making money. But Troy Conley, seriously, I mean, how would he have benefited out of that? How would it have affected him greatly? Is he injured? How long did it take him to recover? No way known you could get me doing that right now. Seriously. But I suppose once you get it moving, it's moving. Joe is saying he only had to push the truck 30 meters. He actually went another full truck length past the finish line. Oh, wow. It's not speed related, it is distance. Okay. Wow. So that's cool. What a feat. Oh, I wish I had those kind of feet. Yeah, I've got my own. They're very different. Anyway, folks, I'm going to call it quits. I'm just going around in circles. Oh, yes. Thank you, Ross. For those that are interested, please help our mate Jimmy. Jimmy is, for those that don't know, had an injection on Monday. Monday, yesterday. And his numbers went up a bit. So it's actually a good thing for him so that they can go ahead and get his procedure done. We're praying hard for him and wish him only good things. Joe is saying it almost didn't happen when you can blame Freightliner for the technology in the truck. It locked the brakes when people walked in front of it. Ah, yes, that's that new technology these days. That, what do they call it? Adaptive cruising. The adaptive cruising does some funny things to people's to vehicles. Like my mom and dad had this one. Now my mom has got this V-Dub Polo, and she doesn't like driving or she can't drive at night. So I was driving her home and a piece of paper, a bag, blew across the front of the car, and the car recognized it as a person and hit the brakes. Bam! So we almost ended up in the engine compartment. Scary as. Everybody was scared. Anyway, it is what it is. This adaptive cruise control does amazing things to help community these days. Joe is showing us the Guinness World Record link. I'm actually going to look at that link at some point. Joe is heading off to bed. He'll talk to us tomorrow. Tomorrow, the Down Under cruisers are coming on board. Ross is saying they had the radar removed from their Freightliners. Drivers hate that system. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Anyway, Joe's heading off to bed. I'm going to call it quits. Thank you for popping in. Next week, Tuesday, there will be an update to what happened at the board meeting. This week, folks, tomorrow will be the Down Under Cruises at 8 p.m. Melbourne time, which is, I think, 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time across the pond. Then on Friday night, for those across the pond, 10 p.m. Saturday Arvo here at 2 p.m. We'll be running the ducks along with Her Royal Highness, the lovely Queen Alana. Everybody saying good night. See you, Ross. See you, Amy. Thank you for popping in. And let's get some intro happening. Take care, folks. Thanks for popping in.
Have you ever dreamt about taking a cruise on one of them fancy boats, soaking up the beauty and the magic just to free your soul? It's floating on the ocean, just a notion that seems out of reach. One thing on your bucket list is just to go and see the beach. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
You know you gotta do the things you've only dreamed about. Don't let anything stop you thinking you can't go all out. You can do the things you never thought were possible with Helping Hands to help you get there. Even oceans are no obstacle. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.
So if you ever dreamed about taking a cruise in one of them big old boats, soaking up that sun, feel that breeze, yeah, there is still hope. Don't let the ocean be an ocean that is out of reach. Let's get together, help each other, and go see the sea. You wanna see the world, but something always holds you back. You've got that itching feeling, but your dreams got hijacked. There's lots of people out there that never get to cruise, but Helping Hands is helping making dreams come true.
Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, cruising. Helping Hands for cruising, making your dream a reality.